So you expect them to be fit, and okay before the game commences.
But coaches have made a few changes to the teams that represented them in both games they played in Africa Live weekend, but not wholesale changes. We'll be running through the lineup of the two teams pretty soon. There we go, that's the commencement of the game. Samartex get us going. Samartex this evening represented by Kwame Kofiba, Ebenezer Aqua, Samuel Tete, Isaac Apple, Jim Sewonu, Hilary Adabo, Richmond Dako, Solomon Ajay, Michael Essen, Emmanuel Mama, Francis Jetia, and Richmond Dako. Nsoatreman are represented by Sabi Aqua, Walid Fusaini, Richard Aqua, Eric Osebonso, Isaka Mohammed, Ebenezer Setre, Michael Akabalak, Benjamin Chivagnon, Stephen Diu, Solomon Oblitekomi, and Collins Kujo. These are the lineup for the two teams this evening.
Quite strong lineups from both coaches, Iyao Preko of Nsoatreman and then Nuruddin Amadu of Samartex. I don't expect, the system or the formations to change. Samartex did line up in that 4-4-2 formation over, last weekend where they played against Victoria United at home. But there's no Baba Kushibo, but there's Michael Essen, who is very, very potent in front of goal. But for Nsoatreman, it's that typical 4-3-3 where you have most of the players throwing a bit central so that it could force Samartex wide.
Here is Aqua. Essen. He's got some good movements and very good physique as well. Fusaini Neymar to Diu. Diu turns around in midfield. Here is Michael Aka. Had a good game when they played against Elexport a fortnight ago in Accra. Switches to the right, looking for Aqua. Chivagnon just can't keep the ball in, tries to control on the chest.
And yep, starting with Amu, who was the game changer for them from deep. He played more like as a deep line midfielder in that game. They played where they beat Elexport by 3-0. Today we would see Balak playing in that position. It's an important position for Iyao Preko, and he always wants some stability in midfield. I believe today could be Balak's day.
And Preko has genuine quality on the bench in Daniel Amu, Emmanuel Ankra, Shaibu Idrisu, and the two-goal hero from the win against Elexport a fortnight ago, Mohamed Abdurrahman, all sitting on the bench. Samuel Tete's ball in, looking for Essen, but it rolls out as a throw-in. It's the champion of champions live and exclusive on Max TV. Live from the TnA Stadium in Takwa.
They have so much grip in Nsoatreman, the way they keep the ball, the way they move it around. And that's how Iyao Preko wants it. He always wants some dominance in the middle of the pitch. With the quality they have as well, you would expect them to attack through that side. But there's a youngster Chivagnon who is playing from the right-hand side, and it will be interesting to see what he brings.
An interesting lineup of officiating officials this afternoon, this evening I should say. Daniel Laye, regarded as one of the best on the continent at this point. Akwesi Brobe and Roland Adi These are guys who have had a fair share of continental games in the last couple of years. Here comes Jetia, shot off the ball right before Daniel Laye. Aqua the culprit, free kick, Samartex.
Yeah, he had to stop him in his tracks over there. Just look at that, so strong for him. Balak was also approaching. But earlier on, you were talking about having these, top officials officiating this game, and it's the champion of champions. You pitch the champions against each other, then you should have the best in the business to handle it.
Here is Aqua, the right back, puts one through for Collins Cujo, who comes up against Ebenezer Aqua. Cujo swings in across, it deflects off Aqua, and it makes it cool for Kofiba without difficulties.
And that's how we would want him to play Aqua from that left-hand side and in central midfield as well. Afo was quite good when they played the other time in the continental game, but we'll be expecting Collins Cujo to do more, especially in those 1v1 situations.
Ebenezer Setcher gradually becoming a mainstay in this Nsoatreman backline. Aqua to Setcher. Eriko Sebonso. Tetsu's clearance deflects over Sebonso to Sewonu. Two of the best teams in Ghana squaring it off to determine who truly rules Ghana football. Lovely play from Oblitekomi. Now Walid Neymar. Richmond Darko wants to start all the way back from his goalkeeper Kofiba. Here is Afo. Poor touch from Aqua, throw into Samartex.
It's quite interesting how Yapreko set his team up this evening. Find Collins Cujo leading the attack with Walid playing closely behind him as a number 10 and also a second striker. And you would also expect him to drop deeper without the ball.
Sewono, the long ball he's trying to aim at Samartex, but too much on that ball for the right back. Richmond Darko. Samartex are playing without their talisman and main man, Baba Musa Mando. He's expected to make things happen for them this season. Now here is Afo. Hilary Dabo, good play from the midfielder, tries with his left foot, nearly found the back of the net. That's impressive from Hilary Dabo. Goal kick.
Oh, what a strike that was from Hilary. And he's playing as a defensive midfielder, but just look at that cover and his position over there as well to go in between those two players, and on the left foot that nearly caught Aqua Sabi by surprise. Adabo.
Hilary Adabo fitted into the Samartex team. They might have done some proper scouting and good recruitment to have brought these guys in from a team that got relegated, Adabo and Kushimo. Samartex. Solomon J down the right side. Throw in. No, it's a corner for the champions, Samartex.
Right after that, Hilary Adabo strike. Can see them, growing in confidence, the league champions down the right-hand side, and that's what they need now. They've been a bit quiet. They've not really found their grip. We've not seen them string the passes together, but maybe this where they get started.
Samartex have a corner to be taken by Samuel Tete. Tete bends one in. Mama was trying the overhead kick. That's a wild clearance from Walid Neymar Husseini. Foot up. He made considerable contact with the head of Solomon Ajay. Free kick for the champions.
That was a dangerous ball, Walid Husseini, and leading the team today as a captain. Oh, that's just dangerous, and he should count himself lucky not to have been booked. It was right in front of the referee, Daniel Lai.
Samartex have a free kick. It's the right back Samuel Tete to take it. Tete has played in all games in the African Champions League and he's truly excelled for them. Samuel Tete bends one in, head away by Chebanyo. Tete comes in with a left clearance. Aqua almost gives the ball away. Oblite Komi. Now Aqua to Michael Efson. Now Francis Jetia. Hilaria Dabo wants to switch play, but he goes back to Apple, who has invented into the role of Aqua, who has shifted to the direction where Apple was operating from. Now comes Aqua. Jetia. There's a foul. Samartex get a free kick. 10 minutes at the TnA Stadium in Takwa is the champion of champions of Ghana football. Samartex nil, Nsoatreman nil.
In the first 5 minutes, we saw them struggling to keep the ball, and now it looks like they're in total control. You can see that interpositional movement. Aqua slotting to the left back row, Alpha moving into central defense, and Hilary just playing a bit freely now, despite being the man shielding the back four for Samartex.
Here's Aka, Osebonsu, DU, the skillful DU on his bike. Here's Walid Husseini, back to Osebonsu, the former Accra Great Olympics defender finds Husseini. Mohamed Isaka with a long ball, cleared away by Afo. Setre is up against Efson. He does want to get back to Ferdinand Sabi Aqua.
It's the quality in defense. Nsoatreman could see Setre just walking into the team straight from Olympics and, you know, nailing a spot for himself. But the way they love to keep the ball, and that's Yao Perko's philosophy. He just loves his team, you know, to keep the ball, and that's what we saw when they played in that home and away tie against the spot from Chad, and they are still playing it that way, and it tells you that the coach believes in what he has, the quality and also that system.
Here is Osebonsu. Kujo. Oblite Komi. He goes down. It's a good decision from Daniel Lai. He was just right there when he was being pulled down by Adamo.
Yeah, just look at that. Hilary right behind him, and that's unfair use of the arm over there, Hilary. And it looks like a promising position.
Walid Husseini has got it in his locker. Osebonsu equally is a set-piece specialist, but I do not know whether the position of the ball will be favorable for the left-footed Osebonsu. Isaka has left there for Kujo. It will be Kujo, and Kujo has blasted. It takes the deflection of the wall. Oblitekomi to Aqua. Kujo, it's a good touch. Looks like a handball against Kujo.
I think that was a good call from the referee, Daniel Lai. Kujo just couldn't control that cleanly. The team struggling with that ball. First control with his chest, then later on with the arm. It's just about how he links up play for them today, playing as the arrowhead. Kujo, not your out-and-out striker, but that's the call from the head coach, and he would have to be very, very productive if he wants to get on the score sheet.
DU commits a foul against Richard Sewonu. James Sewonu, the Artsabok former centre-back. He's been solid for them since joining from Hartsabok. James Sewonu, versatile, plays as a right back sometimes. Neymar, Aka, Bonsu, DU, cleared acrobatically by AJ. Now it goes to Isaka, who finds Sechere. The story of Sechere, Adabwe, Kushibo, similar and interesting stories from teams that got relegated from the Ghanaian top flight into continental club football across the continent. That's some beautiful story.
Yeah, that's just admirable, and it shows you that, despite the fact that their respective teams went down, these players proved the point, and that's why these teams came for them, and already they are still making statements with every single game they play. Yeah, that offside call again. A bit tight from the right-hand side, and it's F-set. Scored a lot of goals from Samartex from the bench last season, and he was the guy just getting the job done as a super sub.
Here's Aqua. Tete to take the free kick as we approach 20 minutes. The former Tama Youth right back swings one straight to the waiting arms of Ferdinand Sabi Aqua. He's expected to give Daniel Afaju some competition in the goalkeeping ranks of the Confederations Cup campaigners.
Yeah, and that's the game he needs to, use as that platform to make a statement to the head coach. They'll tell Yao that I'm also good enough to man the post for Nsoatreman. And you expect them to have quite a lot on your minds this season, especially after winning, the FA Cup last season and getting the chance to play in this one and also in the CAF Confederations Cup. They will need a bigger squad to compete.
Samartex nearly giving Chevagnon an opportunity to pounce, but they are able to tidy up at the back to prevent any setbacks in the game.
There's a high press from Nsoatreman. They have so many bodies in the attacking 10. That's why we've not really seen Samartex try to break away with that build up from the back. You can see even Sewonu, the centre back, being surrounded by about 4 Nsoatreman shirts, tells you that they are going with a high press. They are taking their chances already in the game.
Good play from Dantua. JTI goalkeeper won't be troubled that much by JTI's effort.
Earlier on it was a double from the same position, and this time it's JTI just one touch and just bent that one. Just like you said, Aquafed Sabi is really making a statement with these, acrobatic saves, good reflexes from the goalkeeper. I think Afaju will be watching keenly.
The Ghana Football Association is fully represented here. The Vice President, Macado, is here together with the Greater Accra Regional Football Association Chairman, Samuel Abuebri, and Eugene Nobel, also an ESCO member, as well as the Black Stars technical team members. Otoado is assistant John Pencil and goalkeepers coach Fatau Dauda, all here at the TnA Stadium to witness the champion of champions as Nsoatreman break away. Here comes Collins Kujo. He comes up against Sewonu. Here is Kujo. He's trying to cut in and set up DU. Good defending from Daku, but it's still Nsoatreman. And referee has reached his pocket. He's whistled and he's flashing his yellow card to Collins Kujo for simulation.
For a second I was thinking that was going to be a penalty, but I think we would get a benefit of the replay again. But Kujo's still on the turf. Seems to be in some sort of excruciating pain. I think that was a tight and, a very, very good call from Daniel Lai, who seems pretty confident about that decision. But there it was Kujo who started that move all the way from the left-hand side, and he loves drifting, but he did well to hang on to that ball, and that's just the right call. No contact with Sewonu at all.
Kofiba with a long ball in, aiming at Efsen, controlled down by Isaka for Bonso. It's DU up against Sewonu. Decision goes against Nsoatreman. Last season when the two teams met in the Ghana Premier League, Samartex beat Nsoatreman 2-0 in Samurai Boy, goal scored by Emmanuel Keyeken, Evans Osewuso, and those two players are not with the team at the moment. In the reverse fixture in Nsoatreman beat Samartex 1-0. And coincidentally, the goal scorer, Abdul Manaf Uma, is not part of the playing body today for Nsoatreman.
So you'll be wondering who is going to get a goal for either side in this fixture. I believe the onus lies on these players to prove a point, but we've really seen quality and you know, the style of play from Nsoatreman and also Samartex, both with unique styles, especially when attacking.
Afo Lai points to an initial foul he overlooked because he was playing the advantage after Francis Jetia.
And that was the ball again, and it was from Hilary from deep end. It was very, very, you know, that was a dangerous tackle on Francis Jetia. He's playing a bit more central today, together with Mama up front.
Afo's delivery straight to Sabi Aqua. Diyu. Good ball from Kujo to Walid Husseini Neymar. Lovely ball trying to get back to Kujo. Sewanu, that's what to recover. That's clever defending from Sewanu. He gets the ball away cleverly, but Bonso breaks it down. Diyu back to Bonso. Referee whistles because there was an earlier foul against Bonso for handball.
That was that masterclass of a defender from James Sewanu back there, going head-to-head with Collins Kujo, exhibiting some, you know, good skill over there to win the ball. An experienced player he is, and he's really formed a good partnership with Aqua, who's playing at the left-hand side of the defense.
Good play from Mama. Solomon Ajay seems to be struggling against Bonso. It's a position that Jetia really flourished at when they played in that second leg game of the Champions League. 25 minutes. Samartex nil, Nsoatreman nil in the Super Cup. The traditional curtain raiser before the commencement of the new season in Ghana. Efson goes down. It's a good challenge by Setre.
Such a strong lad, Samartex Beneza. We talk about players who move into teams and, you know, impress from the first start, and that's what he's given to Nsoatreman already this season.
Foul. But Nsoatreman have a man down.
It was Solomon J. Left it a bit late on Akabalak. Not intentional though, but he walks away with that one.
Afo. He's not been at his overlapping best in today's game. Isaac Afo. Not as explosive as he was in the opening minutes and throughout the entirety of that game against Victoria United in the African Champions League last week in Accra.
Yeah, and what's missing here today is the pairing, you know, whenever he decides to overlap. It's Efson playing from the Jetia playing from the left-hand side, and we've not really seen that chemistry between the two players. And last time it was Baba Amadou Musa who was, you know, playing at that left-hand side, and they had this bonding and chemistry which made it so easy for him to bump forward.
If that combination surprised you, you pause and don't be surprised, because they played together for Sky FC before moving to Samartex. Here's Efson. Good play. Now Jetia swings it across. Mama was lurking, but it's been headed away. It's a corner for Samartex.
Whatever that was, and it was that touch. It was very quick. Got the angle right and swung it that cross, but that's sad because Mama was just, you know, a foot away from it.
Richard Aqua had to be there to stop that ball from reaching Emmanuel Mama. Now Samartex have a corner, and that has charged their fans to amplify their voices as they cheer them on to open the scoring here at the TnA Stadium in Takwa. Corner Samartex. Samartex to take it. Corner Benteen. Chance for Samartex and Efson coming close. It's a goal kick.
And he was taking his hit at target. Michael F said, just look at that. His positioning over there, the first ball, ricochets off, and he was just there, put his laces through that one. Had so much power, but the precision was just lacking. And it looks like whoever gets the opening goal would have, you know, a very, very commanding say in this one.
Here is Isaka, the centre back, can't get to Walid Husseini. He's pushed down Samuel Tete. The number 2 of Samartex bringing down the number 2 jersey of Samartex.
Losing concentration, Nsoatreman, right in the middle of the pitch where you assume to be their strength whenever they are attacking. They're losing too many balls.
Here is Afo to try and drive from a distance, not far from target from Isaac Afo, the left back.
And we've been asking questions about why he's not moving so, forward. And for the first time, he goes closer to the 18-yard box of Nsoatreman. Then we just get to see his quality, what he's made of. Afo, such a robust left back. Very hard defensively as well.
It's 30 minutes at the TnA Stadium in Takwa. Samartex 0, Nsoatreman 0 in the Champion of Champions 2024. Here comes Sechere, Isaka. Now, Michael Balak Aka. Now he picks up Sechere here. Now Solomon Oblitekomi. Benjamin Chibanyo, he's been quiet in this evening's game. Barely seen him make any inroads. Now, Afo, in his usual menacing run, he's brought down and there's a free kick.
Yeah, that was a darting run again from Afo. And just look at that. So much skill for a left back. And he provides Nsoatreman with lots of options whenever he joins the attack. We saw him quite inside the first 20 minutes, and the last couple of minutes we've seen him involve himself in the play for Samartex.
Here is Chibanyo. He wins the free kick.
Such a promising lad, Benjamin Chibanyo. He played more central when they played against Lexport a couple of weeks ago. Today he's playing at his favorite right-hand side of attack. For a lot of his age and stature, coming up against a very robust Afo will seem quite interesting.
Efson. Balak goes down, very diminutive but strong and exciting to watch with the ball.
Yeah, today he's been assigned a new role, playing right in front of the back four, and he's playing it so well so far. He's very calm on the ball as well, just like we saw Amudu a couple of days ago, or weeks ago. And it tells you that most of these players are quite versatile, and that's what Yapreko wants, players who can fit into different positions.
Here's Isaac Afo. He's got support coming from Aqua. Back to Kofi Bar. There's pressure from Kujo, but Kofi gets it away. Samartex traps it down. Afo will leave it for the right back. He swapped positions and now cutting through the middle. Good play from Samartex. There's a solo run from the right back. Now he switches to the right side. A drive from Jetia, scales away for a goal kick.
Yeah, their confidence is ballooning now, Samartex. That was a good ball from Jetia, and it's interesting to know that he's moved to the right-hand side where he loves to attack from Francis Jetia.
Isaka under pressure.
This is where it's so glaring that they've really, lost concentration sometimes in possession, especially in the defensive third.
DU. Afo breaks it down. It's a good turn from Richmond Darko. He wins the foul. Free kick for Samartex.
They're piling the pressure now on Samartex, the league champions. This time as your dynamic midfielder.
Minutes in the mining town of Takwa, where Goldfields Ghana Limited have built a magnificent edifice. The TnA Sports Stadium, expected to be the home grounds of champions of 2 seasons ago, Mediama Sporting Club. Before this game, Mediama lost a cup match, the Aponti Cup match, to newly promoted Premier League side Basake Holy Stars. They played 1-1 in regulation time and lost 5-4 on penalties. And Holy Stars were a delight to watch. They'll be giving some Premier League teams a good run for their money.
Yeah, a very compact team, Basake Holy Stars, and I think perhaps maybe media underestimated what they could, look like. They look very compact with that 4-4-2 shape, and I think the 17 other teams in the Premier League should be wary of what the threat they possess.
And there was a very good coach in Abdullah Ghazali, the former Asante Kotoko assistant coach.
Yeah, another experienced gaffer, and you could see smiles on his face, but he's a strict man who always asks for more from his players.
Afo beginning to get into his elements. Is a foul. The assistant referee Roland Addy spots the infringement and raises his flag.
Yeah, that was a good call, but I think Afo just over-elaborated at that point. He had space in front of him, could have just pushed that ball a bit more forward instead of trying to go back to find, a player.
Samartex beat Nsoatreman by 4-0 in the opening game of the 2024 Century Cup about 3 weeks ago. A competition Samartex subsequently went on to win. Revenge will be on the minds of Nsoatreman, and most importantly, to claim the bragging rights as the true champions of Ghana football before the commencement of the new season.
Obviously, and to also win the double entering into a new season would mean a lot to these lads. And that's what you expect from a team that was beaten 4-0 previously. You just go back to the drawing board and rectify all the wrongs you committed, and that's what we are seeing now. They look more resolute, but there's still some more minutes to be played in this one.
Chevanyo through the middle. Here's Oblite Komi, the former Tanobo Fokwa midfielder. His possession ability is brilliant, but his effort is horrible. It's a goal kick.
He did so well, Oblite Komi. We've not really seen him, especially when Nsoatreman are attacking. Did well with that skill to create enough space for himself, but both teams have quite good defenses, especially if you had to take their respective games in the the continental competitions into consideration, both winning by an aggregate scoreline without even conceding tells you that they have strength in defense, and definitely one of these defenses will be breached tonight.
There definitely will be a winner, because if it ends without a winner in regulation time, the shootout will determine the true champions, the champion of champions of Ghana football.
Yeah. It's the exposure they also getting already in Africa. Last season we saw Dreams and Mediama do it, you know, coming back with tons of experience, and for some of these lads, they've never played in such a competition. It's the Champions League, it's the CAF Confederations Cup, and you'd expect them to punch above their weight and show everything over them. That's the quality we are seeing so far from teams that have been able to advance from the prelims in their respective competitions.
Lovely turn from Oblitekomi. Still hangs on and finds Akabalak. Osebon's not on the same page with Aka. But guess what? Kujo does not allow the ball to travel over the line. His pass is poor. Tete drops it down. Jetia. Throw in.
You could see Collins Kujo involving himself in some defensive works over there, despite being the man to lead the attack for Nsoatreman.
Chimbanyo makes the run, but Kofi Ban steps out of his area to find Afo. Calmly collects it down. Solomon Ajay brought down by Aqua. Free kick, Samartex. 40 minutes at the TnA Stadium. Is the champion of champions. Samartex nil and Nsoatreman nil.
Yeah, cancelling each other out, both defensively and offensively, doing a good job. From Nsoatreman, we've not really seen them, you know, putting those quality balls in the attacking third. We've seen a couple from Samartex. They've created the best chances of the evening, but nothing to show for it as well.
Oblique to Aqua. Aqua has experience from Inter Allies and Legon Cities, whom he featured for in previous Premier League seasons. Was brought to Samartex by the former coach Maxwell Kunedu when he left the team. And Legon Cities last season. Here's Collins Kujo. That's what to hang on to possession. It is still Kujo. Can get to Chimbanyo. So we elaborated a bit, I guess. It's a foul against Epson.
That's a foul. He just can't believe it, Epson.
I think he's going to get a yellow card for it.
He could get the yellow, but yes, that was an outstretched arm and making contact with the face, you know, Cetre with his elbow. That was a good call, yeah.
That's Cetre trying to warn him.
Yeah, he feels peeved. You could see on his face that he's not happy with that challenge from Epson.
And if you know Cetre, he's a no-nonsense centre back.
Yeah, quite a tough guy.
Very tough.
I can take away the fact that he's also a very good defender on the ball. And, you know, during Great Olympics' last couple of games in the league, he was playing in an advanced position.
It's the versatility about him that makes him exceptional. He can play in midfield at right back. He can play in a three-back defensive system, even as your left-handed defensive left centre back.
Yeah, quite multiple positions for him, but so far he's, you know, carved a niche for himself in centre back for Nsoatreman.
Here's Hilary Adabo trying to spread play to the left-hand side, where Nsoatreman is defending with Osebonsu. Walid Fuseni, he's also gone quiet since the game began. He's trying to pick out Collins Kujo. Sends in a ball, it's cleared away by Aqua. It was timely from the centre back. Isaka beats Epson to it. That's some calm defending from Isaka, but it's giving the ball away. Samartex. He's aiming at Adabo in midfield. Chibanyo wants to tackle Adabo from behind. He goes to Aqua, who picks out Alfo. Solomon, AJ takes the ball back to Adabo, who goes to Aqua.
He's their playmaker now, Hilary Adabo. When you look at the standard that you see Dowda and also Keke set, you know, at Nsoatreman in that title-winning season, Samartex in that title-winning season, and you know, you'd be thinking that he's going to do a very good job if they have to defend the title.
Here is Michael Efson, the black satellite striker to Solomon Ajay, aiming at Samartex, heads it down. The target is Jetia. It's well defended by DU. Strike back well to help in the defensive duties, Stephen DU.
Yeah, they lost focus at some point in Nsoatreman, but now you can see them keeping the shape again, trying to, you know, move the ball around like they always used to. Think about the fact that they are not playing with Amo, who played in both home and away, you know, fixtures against Elect Sport, and also, you know, Sadat Mohamed, who scored that goal for them in the Africa final. Should tell you that Yao Preko is really building a huge team.
You're already forgetting about Kwabne Dumeida.
Yeah, there's Maida, who is also not in the squad, and also Manaf also missed it, but there's still so much quality in there.
That's some clever goalkeeping from Kofi Ba. Timely, good decision making. Richmond Darko, his passing game hasn't been on today, Darko.
I've not really seen him.
Good run from Oblite Komi. Now DU to Collins Kujo. Twisted and turning around the box of Samartex. Sends the low ball, is cleared away by Sewonu. Mama heads it down for Jetia. Isaka, a tower in defense. Good ball from Neymar, but Kofi Ba's reaction is top class.
That was a great ball from midfield from Walid Neymar.
Kofi Ba goes down after colliding with Collins Kujo, but that's the end of the first half in this highly competitive fixture between two of Ghana's representatives in African club football, the Champions League representatives and champions of Ghana football, Samartex, and the Confederations Cup representatives and the MTN FA Cup champions, Nsoatreman. They sold out a goalless drawn game in the first half of this Champion of Champions at the TnA Stadium in Takwa. It's been an exciting game and a thrilling contest between the two teams, but has failed to produce goals in the opening 45 minutes plus 1 minute of additional time. It's half-time at the TnA Stadium in Takwa. Samartex 1996 0 and Nsoatreman FC 0. Round of their respective competition,
And I believe it's just going to be a bloodbuster.
a stupendous finish from but the business for this evening is to the Nsoatreman this evening, and the honors you. There we go, that's the commencement of the game. Samartex get us going. Samartex this evening represented by Kwame Kofi Ba, Ebenezer Aqua, Samo Tete, Isaac Apple, Jim Sewonu, Hilary Adabo, Richmond Darko, Solomon Ajay, Mike Baba Musa Mando. He's expected to make things happen for them this season. Now here is Alfo. Hilary Dabo, good play from the midfielder, tries with his left foot, nearly found the back of the net. That's impressive from Hilary Adabo.
And he's playing as a defensive midfielder, but just look at that cover and his position over there as well to go in between those two players and on the left foot.
Monsu. Kujo. Oblite Komi. He goes down, it's a good decision from...
Yeah, just look at that. Hilary right behind him, and that's unfair use of the arm over there. Led by about 4 Nsoatreman shirts. Tells you that they are going with a high press. They are taking their chances already in the game.
Good play from Jantua Jetua.
Earlier on, it was a double from the same position, and this time it's Jetua with just one touch and just bent.
Nsoatreman breakaway. Here comes Collins Kujo. He comes up against Sewonu. Here is Kujo. He's trying to cut in and set up DU. Good defending from Daku, but it's still Nsoatreman. And referee has reached his pocket. He's whistled and he's flashing his yellow card to Collins Kujo for simulation.
For a second, I was thinking that was going to be a penalty, but I think we would get a benefit of the replay again. But Kujo's still on the turf. Seems to be in some sort of excruciating pain. I think that was a tight and, you know, a very, very good call from Daniel Lai, who seems pretty confident about it. It was Kujo who started that move all the way from the left-hand side, and he loves drifting, but he did well to hang on to that ball, and that's just the right call.
Corner Benteen. Chance for Samartex and Efson coming close. It's a goal kick.
Michael F said, just look at that. His positioning over there, the first ball ricochets off, and he was just there. They're losing too many balls.
Here is R4 to try and drive from a distance. Not far from target, from
to the 18-yard box of Nsoatreman.
Isaka. Tower in defense. Good ball from Neymar, but Kofi Ba's reaction is top class.
That was a great ball from midfield from Walid Neymar.
Kofi Ba goes down after colliding with Collins Kujo, but that's the end of the first half in this highly competitive fixture between two of Ghana's representatives in African club football, the Champions League representatives and champions of Ghana football, Samartex, and the Confederations Cup representatives and the MTN FA Cup champions, Nsoatreman. They sold out a goalless drawn game in the first half of this Champion of Champions at the TnA Stadium in Takwa. It's been an exciting game and a thrilling contest between the two teams, but has failed to produce goals in the opening 45 minutes plus 1 minute of additional time. It's half-time at the TnA Stadium in Takwa. Samartex 1996 0 and Nsoatreman FC 0. Welcome back for second half of this Champion of Champions between Samartex, the champions of the Premier League, and Nsoatreman, the FA Cup champions. The first half ended goalless with the two teams going at each other in competitive fashion. It was a thrilling contest to witness in the first half. We are back for second half, and Nsoatreman gets us going for second half action.
Yeah, they were on the back foot for most of the time in the first half, despite the fact that they kept the ball more, but they were not really threatening. And now Samartex, we also saw some quality balls. They created some decent chances, also couldn't break the deadlock. And I know definitely they would have, been instructed by the coaches, some pep talk in the dressing room, and we could see some tweak tactically here in the next 45.
Oblite on his bike, Chebanyo cutscene. Here is Chebanyo, he finds Stephen DU. There's a poor control from DU. Samartex take possession through Sam Tete, and JTR equally can't keep the ball as it goes out to the advantage of Nsoatreman.
Maybe he's yet to really warm himself up into the game. It's a bit cold, like we said earlier on before the commencement of the game, and we saw these two teams, engaging in some, just some warm-up, some icebreaker sessions just to break off that ice and, stay fit for the game.
Here is Aqua to Chebanyo. Oblite to Aqua, sends a low cross. Sewonu made a mistake. Kofiba tried to prevent the corner, wasn't successful.
That wasn't threatening at all from the right-hand side, and it was a low cross whipped in, but Sewonu nearly misjudging that one, nearly putting himself and his goalkeeper in trouble.
Here is Walid Fuseni, beautiful skill from Walid Fuseni. He scored the first goal against Elexport last week in Cameroon, aiding them to qualify for the next stage of the African Confederations Cup. They set up a day with Algerian side Constantine. Walid Fuseni's ball headed away by Sewonu, flicked on by Mama to nobody in orange and white. Adabu again commits a foul, bringing down Oblite Komi. Free kick, Nsoatreman.
They've started the second half very well in Nsoatreman. Not like they began the first, and you can see them making inroads. They've been promising with their balls, a couple from the right-hand side of attack. They've whiffed in some crosses, but they're still knocking at the doors of Samartex.
Walid Fuseni sends the ball in straight to Kofiba. Here is Setre, has the ball back to Sabi. Isaka to Osebonsu. DU. Osebonsu was the mate of Setre during their days at the Olympics. Now Kujo on the move, but goalkeeper Kofiba picks it up at the expense of Collins Kujo.
It really isolated him whenever he moves central. Collins Kujo, he's had some good touches at the flanks, but not when he's playing, through the middle. And you'd be thinking that maybe Alperco is resting Rahman because he knows that that's a trump card on the bench. Maybe move him a bit more wide and play Rahman a bit central.
Mama onto the part of Solomon J. He goes down, no foul. Adabo, Dako. Samartex have a player down, but he's gone up. Here is JTR up against Osebonsu. JTR's got a skill. He sends a shot, and the overhead kick from Efsin doesn't really go in. Here is Afo to Mama. Adabo. Solomon J stays onside. He brings it back to Afo. Afo takes the initiative. Good run from Afo. Here is Afo. He wants to drive like he did last weekend, but this time it goes truly and badly very, very wrong.
Yeah, but that was a good move from the left back, who is quite dangerous whenever he finds himself in the opposition penalty box, and that's typical Afo. 4 minutes into the second half, and he's already making these explosive runs down the left-hand side. But that trick to go past those two players, and you could see all he had in mind was to just blast that one into the net, but unfortunately, just couldn't place that one on target.
There were suggestions that if there were going to be any considerations for an outfield local player to be included in Coach Otoado's squad for the doubleheader AFCON qualifiers against Angola and Niger, he was a candidate because in that left-back position where he plays, Ghana have struggled to find consistency, and with Baba Rahman refusing to turn up and Gideon Mensah injured, many thought Afo would have his chance, but Coach Ado insisted he would work with players who have come in the fold before, so he went for Kodo and Annan for that left-back role in the build-up to that games against Angola and Niger.
I can't agree with you, Les, but that's Hillary, making a move very close to the 18-yard box, and he's been brought down, and he's really shown that he has that in his locker. With the ball, he's able to go past players with so much ease. As a defensive midfielder, you don't really expect him to possess such an attribute, but he really does that so well, and he's won his side a free kick in a promising area.
Back at RTU, he played in a more advanced position because of his ability to drive the ball forward, his ability to read the game, and his long-range passing helped RTU, but unfortunately, the entirety of the team did not live up to it, and so they got relegated at the end of the top flight last season. Samartex have a free kick. Richmond Dakum, Isaac Afo, Solomon Ajay, all line up for this free kick for the champions.
I have that feeling that Afo really wants to take his chances.
Solomon Ajay will go for it. It's a killer, and it's very close. Impressive from Solomon Ajay, missing the post by inches.
He did so well with the technique. Just look at how he bends that one over the wall. The wall did its job, but the technique to get it over it, not really over it, just right in front of that wall. Just forcing Aqua Ferdinand Sabi to make that full stretch attempt. But that was a good ball.
Richmond Darko. Here is Michael Essen on his left foot, blocked by Setchere. Now Walid will take it on. Brilliant to go past Ajay. Now he picks up Oblite Komi. Nsoatreman on the move, but good tracking back from Darko. Brilliant play from Darko. That's some beautiful passage of play from Samartex. The manner in which they retrieve possession just awesome. Now a double, spreads it wide to the right. Here is Jetua, heads it down. Jetua sends the shot across, but it's a good decision from the assistant referee Roland Adi. The ball had already crossed the line before Jetua crossed it inside.
Yeah, wasted too much time, Francis Jetua. He did well, to bring that one down with his head. That was a good first touch, but just wasted too much time. Jetua could see bodies approaching in the box trying to make connection with that one.
Similar to the build-up to Afo's goal against Victoria United FC last weekend in the Champions League in Accra. The first touch with the head, took a second touch and unleashed one past the goalkeeper. Jetua seemed to have overhit the ball in a second touch.
Yeah, of course, and he failed to move a bit more central to gain advantage.
Good turn from Efsin! Brilliant save from Sabia, quite to deny. Michael Efsin, what a way to improvise and get his effort on. Good play from Efsin.
Great play from the attacker. Just look at that long throw from Aqua. And just look at that again with the head. And that drive. And he was leaning backwards. There was some amount of contact, and he does so well to improvise and just hit that on a half volley. A good save from Sabi.
Samartex beginning to mount pressure on the FA Cup champions. Aqua's delivery flicked away by Setchere, DU, Kujo. Nsoatreman trying to turn the heat on Samartex, but Kujo's ball goes outside, throw in. taken by Tete. Jetia can't go past Osebonsu.
They have their toes up now, Samartex, the league champions. They're playing with some elevated energy in the second half. Some good chances we've already seen from them.
Darko to Adabo to Tete. Not a good ball from the right back, but he makes amends by going all the way to the captain of the side this evening, Aqua. Now Afu, good through ball to Mama. He's been quiet today, Emmanuel Mama.
We've not really seen the best of Emmanuel Mama, perhaps due to that change in position for him. I've seen him play from the left-hand side of attack sometimes, but today he's playing more central as well, together with Efset.
First set of substitutions, it will be Nsoatreman to ring changes, and you expect Daniel Amu, the swashbuckling midfielder who excelled in the two legs against Elexport, to come in. Benjamin Chivagnon will make way for Gabriel Bona, and Daniel Amu will also have his turn. He comes in to replace Solomon Oblitekomi.
Yeah. That's some good substitution from Preco. These two players have really struggled, in the first 56 minutes of the game. And Chivagnon has been a mere passenger from Nsoatreman. He's been policed by Afo down the right-hand side of the Nsoatreman attack. And same as Oblite, not really being in his groove, since the blast of the whistle.
Emmanuel Mama. Isaac Afo. Aqua's ball headed down by Aqua. Jerry Sewanu. Calmness and composure. That's brilliant play from the centre back, but it's giving the ball away eventually. Bona, good ball to Balak. Here is Cujo. Ball cleared by Aqua. Now it is Richard Aqua. Gabriel Bona. Richard Aqua sends the cross. Ebenezer Aqua makes a mistake. He falls to DU. DU is trying to get to Walid Husseini. Now Sechere. Daniel Amu's first touch. Now Mohamed Isaka. Amu, Isaka. Walid Husseini. He's not moved into the advanced positions in today's game, Husseini.
Yeah, he's been stuck at the right-hand side. He was playing a bit closer to Collins Cujo in the first half, but now he's drifted a bit more central, and the introduction of Amu means that Balak Aka will move a bit more advanced. That's one position they really struggled, in the first half. You'll be hoping that Amu would bring some stability there for them.
Free kick, advantage in Nsoatreman. Walid Husseini to take. Walid swings the ball in, and it goes to Samartex after Sechere's missed effort.
That was a good ball into the box, a very dangerous position. Nsoatreman will need to start committing men forward.
Here is Stephen Diu. Osebonsu turns the ball across the face of the post, but nobody is connecting for the FA Cup champions.
In a moment after we speak about committing men forward again, no one in the penalty box to connect to that one. That was a good ball, flashes across the face of the Samartex goalpost. That's where sometimes you need a finisher, a goal poacher, fox in the box type of striker who could pounce on these kind of balls.
Amu has lost the ball to Mama. Darko is trying to get to Efsin. He's shown great desire in this evening's game, Efsin. Adabo, he's lost it to Walid Husseini. That's clever from Walid Husseini. Now, Gabriel Bona just got into the game and already he's impacting positively. Now Kujo up against Aqua. Lovely skill from Kujo, but he can't get across to his intended target. It's cleared away by Sewonu, only as far as Isaka. DU. Some good tactical push from Adabo. Efsin. Jetia shows too much of the ball to Setre. Bona. 60 minutes. Samartex 0, Nsoatreman 0. Champion of Champions 2024.
Seems the double substitution from Yapreko is already paying off. Seeing some impact from the two players. Amo, who is playing more central, right in front of the back four, and then also Bona.
Flag goes up for offside against Collins Kofi Kujo.
Yeah, he's hardly timed any of his runs this evening. That run trying to, you know, that's quite tight. From that angle, you could see how tight it was. Seems there was Aqua also. He's doing all his best to try and play him on side.
You're thinking when and how Nuruddin Amadou will respond to those changes made by Yapreko with a very solid and formidable benching. Seydou Abubakar, Felix Kodia, Emmanuel Owusu-Boakye, Akwesi Sapon, Ebenezer Okran, Agbesima Jabin, and their new goalkeeper from Oko United, Musa Zakari.
Yeah, we saw the introduction of Okran in that game they played against Victoria when he came on for Darko. You know, he has some quality on the bench as well, and that's the quality from these two teams. It's not just a starting 11. And you know, for Nsoatreman, they have one deadly striker on the bench in Rahman who, you know, would love to just go head-to-head with the centre-backs of Samartex on any day.
Kujo, Aka, Bonsu, got playing from Nsoatreman. Now here is Steven DU. Daniel Amu, good ball. Now here is Michael Akabalak. Hilary Dabo wins possession, wins the foul, free kick Samartex.
He's a bit boisterous sometimes. Just look at that. He loses possession and just clips Hilary Adabo in an attempt to win that ball back again. They've looked a bit toothless up front. Collins Kujo, not really known to be that natural number 9. He's really, you know, fared pretty well over there, drifting to the left-hand side sometimes, but
good ball from Jetia. Samoteta's cross intercepted for a corner.
and that's how dangerous he is whenever he's attacking on the right-hand side. Samotete, very pacey as well, and that ball would have been dangerous but for that interception.
I think he's carved the niche for himself as one of the most improved right backs in Ghana over the last year. Samo Tete to take the Samartex corner. He bends one to the near post, cleared away by Aka. It's Kujo against Ebenezer Aqua. That's a foul against the Samartex captain for hitting the ankle of Collins Kujo.
Yeah, that was great strength from Collins Kujo. And you could see him, that contact right on his ankle. He's very skillful on the ball. Kujo, sometimes his positioning has been the problem when Nsoatreman has needed him centrally. He's not really been there to connect to those crosses.
The Member of Parliament for the Takwensfahim constituency and Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, the Honorable Judge Mekuduka. The board member of Mediama is also in the VIP. Bona, Walid Husseini. Here is Gabriel Bona. He wants to shoot from the distance. Takes a deflection. It's an awkward fall. Samartex have introduced Gordon Sefa already into the game, but they have a player down in the meantime.
That was a hard collision, that initial ball from Bona from distance, and it's Mama colliding. And that was a heavy fall from the Samartex player. Seems to be okay now.
A section of the Samartex fans on another level here in Takwa, the TnA.
Seems Nsoatreman will need some medical attention as well.
It doesn't. Solomon Ajay makes way for Gordon Sefa. That's a confirmation of the substitution. And then Seydou Abubakar also comes in for Michael Efson. Almost like for like.
Yeah, like for like. Keeping the shape, that chemistry again, and it's all about the energy now. Both teams have had a fair share of chances, but we've not really seen any breakthrough from any of them, and sometimes that's what you do. And it's also a good way to, you know, counter that double substitution earlier on from Nsoatreman.
Free kick for Nsoatreman. In a karate style tackle spotted by referee.
Should be careful. You know, he's good at moving out of position, reading the game sometimes, and, you know, intercepting all these balls, but sometimes those tackles are a bit too heavy.
That's good play from Collins Kujo. His work ethics have been a delight to watch this evening. Here is Walid Husseini. He swings in a cross, flicked on by DU, straight to Kofi Bar. You're expecting that one would fall to a striker.
Yeah, of course, but the decision to go with his head just wasn't the right one. But Walid just sending that one over the top of the defense, and DU, this diminutive figure, trying to, you know, power that with his head past Kofi Bar. And it will take quite a lot to beat Kofi Bar with that technique.
Hilary Adabo, very vulnerable addition to the Samartex team this season. He's barely put a foot wrong. moving DU. He's moved into a more central role this time to pile up the pressure on the back four of Samartex. Here is Daniel Amu, heckled by Seydou Abubakar. Free kick taken.
Since his introduction, he's really stabilized the midfield for Nsoatreman, and you find the likes of Walid Neymar, Husseini, and Stephen DU coupled with Bona or having some space up front.
Samartex under a bit of pressure, but that's some spotting from Walid Husseini. Reaction towards Alfo completely unnecessary and unspotted from the Nsoatreman captain.
Yeah, that free kick could have gone his way. Wally does well with the pressing, but let's look at that. That was a pull-in from Alfo, but that was needless, just like you said. Shouldn't be doing that. Could have ended up winning a free kick for Nsoatreman, and it's Alfo who would need some medical attention. He's up.
70 minutes at the TnA. Samartex nil and Nsoatreman nil in the champion of champions. This game is live on Max TV, and don't forget, Max TV have been tasked by the Confederation of African Football and the GFA to produce and telecast Ghana's AFCON qualifiers at home. That's a testament of the remarkable job IMAX Media and Max TV have been doing on the Ghanaian sporting landscape in terms of their broadcasting of major sporting events in the last couple of years, and hoping to deliver once again come Thursday when Ghana come up against Angola in Kumasi.
That was an aggressive tackle from Isaka, where you could see us blocking Jitua's way. Jitua seemed to be surging forward without that and run.
Here comes Alfo, good ball to Abubakar. Lovely turnaround by Samartex, newly introduced winger Gordon Sefa, replacing Solomon Ajay and really giving a good account of himself. Went past Bona.
That was very swift again, and you could see Amu again, that sense of awareness from the defensive midfielder to block that one out of play.
In the corner, Abubakar brings it back to Tete. He sends it back into the area of Nsoatreman, and Sabi collides with Jetia, and it's gone in favor of Nsoatreman. It's difficult to blame Jetia.
Quite difficult, but that was a good intriguing ball from Samuel Tete. You know, and you're wondering why he doesn't just direct that one on target, instead trying to find Seydou Abubakar. Seydou does well over here to just return that ball to Samuel, and Tete also bends that one. The idea was just to find Seydou Abubakar, who is more central right in the 6-yard box, and unfortunately for Akwasabi, he ends up making contact or being at the receiving end of that nasty, collision. That was just a glaring opportunity for Samartex to have taken the lead.
It's been close to call. A game of tactical battles between the two gaffers, Yao Preko and Nuruddin Amadou.
Yeah, and both teams coming right at the back of huge wins in their respective competitions. Tells you that these teams are well prepared for the season, and that's what you get when you pitch, the two champions of your domestic competitions head to head. They just bring you so much quality, and that's what we are seeing this evening here.
Minutes under the lights in Takwa. Samartex 0, Nsoatreman 0. Daniel Amu. Here is Isaka. Sabi. Poor touch from Amu. Richmond Dako. Godwin Sefa, shot off the ball by Aqua. Collins Kujo against Ebenezer Aqua. It's getting very physical between Kujo and Aqua.
Yeah, their aggression levels gradually increasing, and the tempo as well.
Adabo. Isaac Afo wins the foul, free kick Samartex.
They've gone a bit silent at the right-hand side, Samartex. You know, when in such a man, we've really seen them, you know, use the right-hand side of attack sometimes. Nafo has always come great. You know, police chief throughout the game, but we saw some brilliance from Bona right after coming on, and he's also gone silent since then.
Seydou Abubakar commits a foul, and the victim is Ebenezer Sechere.
He's really built a good partnership with Isaka in the heart of defense.
It'll be difficult for Ankara to break into this team, and I'm thinking about Morrison Anoche if he's fully fit. But that provides Yao Perko with several options at the rear guard.
Especially when you realize that they will be playing in 3 different competitions this season, the league, you know, 34 games throughout the season, a couple of FA Cup games, as well as, you know, some games in the CAF Confederations Cup.
Sewanu's clearance out for a throw into Nsoatreman. Nsoatreman unable to make that early chance count. But here they go. Godwin Sefa up against Sechere, and Sefa takes on Sechere, sends the ball in, stopped by Isaka. Jetua is arriving. Adabu doesn't communicate well with Jetua, but ball gets to Seydou Abubakar. He shoots, and it's straight to Sabi Aqua.
That was a great chance. A couple of ricochets over there. Looked a bit scruffy for me, but still managed to get that ball to the right-hand side to Seydou Abubakar. That was quite feeble from him.
Emmanuel Mama on the move for Samartex. Seydou Abubakar looking for Godwin Sefa. The champions of Tender Heat on the FA Cup champions. Here is Richmond Dako. Swings in across. Abubakar's header. Brilliant save by Sabi Aqua. What a magnificent stop by the goalkeeper in the corner for Samartex.
That's just beautiful to watch. That's just world class. But Samartex are moving the ball slowly, but with so much intent, and left on mark right in between, you know, Bones to the left back, and then also Sechere.
Adabu's effort flies over the bar, and it's a goal kick.
The very moment they went to sleep, the FA Cup champions, it was a huge bang from the league winners.
5 shots on target for Samartex, 2 for Nsoatreman. Perfect description of what has transpired so far. Nsoatreman will open their Premier League campaign against Young Apostles next Friday at the Nakuna Mansa Park in Nsoatre. So they're up for a date with a newly promoted side, expected to be a regional derby, and Samartex will open their campaign away to last season's Confederations Cup semi-finalist, Dreams FC. Perfect preparations in the build-up to your first game of the season. Afu's delivery, header goes in, and that's the opening goal. Emmanuel Mama has opened the scoring for Samartex with about 11 minutes to go. It is the lead striker, Emmanuel Mama, with a thumping header. Sabiakwa unable to stop this one this time round. Samartex have jumped into the lead in the Timber Giants 1 and Nsoatreman 0 in the Super game this evening for the champion of champions.
They paid a price for losing concentration. That wasn't a dangerous ball, and again right in between two defenders, the centre-back pairing of Nsoatreman. And just look at that lovely ball, not a dangerous one, but the positioning of Isaka and also Setre, allowing Mama to just sneak through. That was great positioning from the striker. Perfect header. And for a moment you'd be thinking Sabi would keep that one out. He got his fingertips to it, but the power in that header.
Samartex, is it fair to say, they've deservedly jumped into the lead. Steven DU wants some kind of reaction, and here goes DU up against Sewanu. DU. Aka swings in across. Afo nearly putting the ball at the back of his own net. Isaac Afo nearly gifting Nsoatreman the equalizer. Samartex left off the hook.
That would have been a howler, but Balakaka with that teasing ball inside, and Afo trying to clear that one, you know, at the first time of asking with his weaker right foot.
Chance again, DU's header straight to Kofima.
Nearly grabbing the equalizer. But at this point you expect them to push more men forward, and you have DU then, that Setre also joining the attack, trying to get his head, please make a connection. We've spoken about Samartex's dominance, and you know, before the goal came, we saw the number of shots on target they've had in this game, and they've been really dominant when attacking.
Gabriel Bonner trying to find Cujo. Minutes. What a thrilling contest we've witnessed in the opening 82 minutes. Giving the fans some good football to witness. Here's Osei Bonso. Comes goal on the left hand side. He cuts through the middle. Amu Bona. Isaka steps forward. He finds Osei Bonso, who vacates the place for DU. So DU now gets to Osei Bonso. He gets the return. He wants to bend one for Cujo, but it's Aka who goes down trying to navigate his way past those central defenders. And it's Francis Jetia for Samartex. Can they double their lead before full time? Lovely ball from Daku to Godwin Sefa. Sefa is up against Aqua. He sends one to Afo. Abubakar is lurking. Cross comes in, and Amu calmly brings it down for Walid Husseini. Nsoatreman on the move. Here is Cujo. Now Gabriel Bonner to Collins Cujo. You're asking yourself whether Abdurrahman will ever get a chance in the game. Mohamed Abdurrahman, your top striker, before full time. But here they go, Osei Bonso and Nsoatreman. They've got something up their sleeves in search of this equalizer. They've turned the game on Samartex since conceding.
Yeah, I can see Rahman preparing to come on. There's about 6 more minutes left to, you know, perform some magic for his side. But playing through the middle has been very, very tiring for Collins Kujo. Not really seen him play in that position for quite some time now, and today he's really been tested by the two centre-back pairing of Samartex throughout the game.
84 minutes, approaching 85. Samartex leading Nsoatreman 1-0. DU brought down by JTR, free kick to Nsoatreman.
At this point, they are getting more aggressive, Samartex, and they have everyone right behind the ball with the exception of Seydou Abubakar.
Five more minutes to go. The FA Cup champions trailing the Premier League champions. Here is Stephen DU, the number 10 for Nsoatreman, finds Osebo, so he whips in across, flicked away by Afo, great awareness, headed down coolly by Aqua. Now Walid Husseini. Daniel Amu to Eric Osebonsu. Daniel Amu swings to the ball, but it's purposeless. Nobody at the end of it.
They've looked a bit weak from the left-hand side in Nsoatreman. We've not really seen that combination play from that side, and they've left that acres of space all for Osebonsu, the left back, to attack every now and then, and that has made it very, very difficult for him, to be productive. No support at all whatsoever for him.
4 more minutes to go. You got to see how the Samartex fans are chanting and waiting for the final whistle. So, Mohamed Abdulrahman is coming in and he's going to take the place of Michael Akabalak. Then Jetia makes way for Akwesi Sapon.
It's all about game management now for Nuruddin Amadou and his boys. Right after coming in, Akwesi Sapon has taken over a more central role.
Walid Husseini. Ball is cleared away. Kujo turns around Ebenezer Aqua, but referee spots an infringement, and Aqua will get the advantage for Samartex.
I was thinking he was going to blow the whistle right away after, that challenge on Aqua. Since he played the advantage, Samartex will still keep the ball. And I spoke about one of these defenses being reached today, both kept keeping clean sheets in over 2 legs in their respective competitions. And today we've seen that far power from Samartex, and that was one of their strengths from last season. They have the goals shared across for everyone, and if it's not Baba Amadou Musa, then it's Efson from the bench, or it's Keke from midfield, and that's how good they were as a team, with their own who's not lying on one player. And Ivan Sosei also got a couple of goals for them in double figures, so it's always strength in numbers for the Timber Giants.
Mama has been an unsung hero of this team. He's scored crucial goals that has propelled them to this height here. As a matter of fact, he's the only known out-and-out striker and established one in the team. Baba Musa is not your out-and-out striker. Osei Usu not your out-and-out striker. So it's Efson, the young one, and Mama. They've heavily relied on Mama, and he's lived up to it when he's needed most.
Yeah, and for Mama, it's not just about scoring, but his presence centrally, the way he creates space for the likes of Ivan Sosewusu and then also Musa, makes it even more impressive, for him. Then I think that's the reason why Nuruddin Amadou doesn't put so much pressure on him. He knows that the wingers will come good for them, and it's all about creating a good bond between the three players up front.
Good play from Sami Tete, Akwesi Sapon, Richmond Dako. Dako's game has improved drastically in the second half. Now here is Afo on his usual runs. Seydou Abubakar can't go past a strong setter. 4 additional minutes displayed by Akwesi Brobe. Not just displayed by our fourth referee, Francis Ankra. Akwesi Brobe, the assistant referee on that flank.
Will he be happy to hear his job being given to someone else? Yeah.
You see, forgive me, you've done a good job on that line. I nearly gave Ankra's job to you. Here's Abubakar Abdurrahman. Now Sebonsu. Amu. The idea was good, but interception is perfect from Godwin Seifa. Twisted and turning. Trying to set up Seydou Abubakar. The first touch was poor, but it's clever clearance from Isaka in the corner for Samartex.
You rightly said it, but that was a good movement, from Sefa. Attracting about 2 players, just drawing them out of position and setting that one up for Abubakar. First touch just wasn't good enough to move away from Isaka.
They've been made to wet their socks off this evening. Isaka, Setre, Bonsu, and Aqua, the back 4 of Nsoatreman.
You're coming up against the attack of, the reigning champions of the league. You don't expect anything less from this side that had 2 players scoring double figures in the league last season. Tells you, that they have so much firepower in them, and they are very lethal on any good day.
Samartex's delivery. Isaka heads it away. Cleared further away by Osei Bonsu. Dako, a double. It's a lovely ball. Can Tete get to it? Osei Bonsu shows great strength to shove Tete off the ball. It's a goal kick. Osei Bonsu diminutive, but shows great strength anytime on the ball.
Yeah, it tells you the sense of awareness also from Samuel Tete to move into those attacking positions every time.
Emmanuel Mama, the goal scorer, brought down by Richard Aqua. Free kick, Samartex.
I don't think they'll be in a hurry to take this one. Samartex, they're running down the clock this time. Oh, the striker doing so well with his older play.
Akwesi Sapon tries his efforts from that distance. It takes a deflection, but Osei Bonsu desperately keeps the ball in with a few seconds to go. Tete. Sapon. Abubakar shakes off the challenge from Amu. Swings to Godwin Seifa. Seifa can't go past Aqua. Aqua stopped in his tracks by Afo. Free kick. Nsoatreman, that's a clever foul to commit.
That's a clever one. Just winding down the clock. That's all you're doing now. Game management on the part of Samartex. I just believe it just took too much time for Yao Prekun to introduce Rahman because they lacked so much, up front.
Final whistle. The champion of champions have been decided. The Premier League champions, Samartex, have beaten the FA Cup champions, Nsoatreman, by a long goal, scored by this boy, the number 20, Emmanuel Mama. Nsoatreman players looking dejected disappointed and heartbroken after that Emmanuel Mama goal confirms Samartex as the true champion of champions of Ghana football. They succeed Mediama Sporting Club, who beat Dreams FC to the title of champion of champions last season. So Samartex has some positives working for them. They won the league, won the Nsoatreman Cup, qualified into the next stage of the African Champions League after the preliminary round, and then they won the champion of champions of Ghana football. What a remarkable performance from the Ghanaian champion, Josiah.
Yeah, after just 2 seasons in the top flight, they have their second trophy with them, and I would say it's just a perfect curtain raiser, you know, ushering us into the 2024-2025 Ghana Premier League season. But, you know, I believe these two teams showed, you know, what they have. They proved their mettle, but the league champions proved to be just too strong for Nsoatreman. And you look at the adventure currently in the African, you know, club competitions, the Champions League and also the Confederations Cup, and it tells you the quality they are taking into the second round of those competitions. They must be proud of their, you know, performances today, and for both coaches, it's also a game, you know, to help them tweak and also get the right tactics heading into the season. But I've just been proud of the performance I witnessed here, and I'm expecting, you know, a very, very, very thrilling season ahead.
Samartex will face Raja Athletic Club of Casablanca in the African Champions League next phase. Nsoatreman will be up against the Algerian side, Constantine. This test must have been the perfect one they were looking for to prepare them ahead of that game. Next weekend, they open their respective campaigns in the Premier League. Nsoatreman away to last season's Confederations Cup semi-finalist Dreams FC and Samartex. Nsoatreman will be playing against Young Apostles, the newly promoted Premier League side, and Samartex will be away to Dreams FC. It's been an interesting game, a thrilling contest, entertaining at the newly built TnA Stadium here in Takwa.
Yeah, it just didn't leave short of what we expected. You know, we all expected a blockbuster, and that's what we got over here. Just one goal in it, but end-to-end stuff from both sides. They threw everything at each other. You know, at some point we saw them throw caution to the wind, a couple of risks taken, and you know, Samartex have proven why they were champions over a 34-game span. It tells you, you know, how resolute and resilient they are as a team. And you know, the battle even gets tougher for them because playing against Raja doesn't come that easy, and you need these kind of games to prepare you going into it. Perhaps they could get one more game in the Premier League, you know, to start off with, then they prepare ahead of that game against Raja.
Considering a team that had modest expectations after qualifying for the Premier League, they set up a 5-year development plan and an agenda for themselves, and within 2 years they seem to be exceeding their own expectations by becoming Ghanaian champions, qualifying into the next phase of the Champions League, and also winning the Champion of Champions trophy. It will be a feat that will excite the president of the club, Dr. Richard Nsoatreman, but I tell you what, he would want to further take this team to a very different level than they are now, and it's going to start with that clash against Raja and the defense of their Premier League title next week.
I believe, you know, qualifying right into the top flight, they will be dreaming that, okay, yeah, we have a 5-year plan, but after 2 years, all those dreams are becoming reality, and there's also still more for them to achieve. And now they look at themselves and they feel proud, and you know, they feel they can even achieve way more than they've achieved already. There's Raja on the line for them to cross, but trust me, with this kind of performance, with the right psyche and the right mentality, trust me, this team can go places. They are the Timber Giants. They are very, very tough.
And Nsoatreman should be proud of themselves. They gave a good account of themselves. They didn't disgrace themselves. They played really good. They were just undone by some poor defending that allowed Mama to nod in that ball. This is a team that won the FA Cup in their only second edition, and they equally qualified to the next phase of the Confederations Cup like Samartex have done in the Champions League. So, full time, Samartex 1 and Nsoatreman 0. Back for second half, and Nsoatreman gets us going for second half action.
Yeah, they were on the back foot for most of the time in the first half, despite the fact that they kept the ball more, but they were not really threatening. And now Samartex.
Solomon Ajay will go for it. It's a killer, and it's very close.
Impressive. Did his job, but the technique to get it over it, of course, and he failed to move a bit more central to gain advantage.
Good turn from Efsin. Brilliant save from Sabiakwa to deny Michael F.
And just look at that again with the head and that drive.
To watch the evening. Here is Walid Husseini. He swings in across, flicked on by DU, straight to Kofi Bar. A striker.
Of course, but the decision to go with his head just wasn't the right one. But Walid just sending that one over the top of the defense, and DU
unable to make that early chance count. But here the goal. Godwin Sefa up against Setre, and Sefa takes on Setre, sends the ball in, stopped by Isaka. Jetua is arriving. Adabu doesn't communicate well with Jetua, but ball gets to Seydou Abubakar. He shoots, and it's straight to Sabiakwa.
That was a great chance.
Emmanuel Mama on the move for Samartex. Seydou Abubakar looking for Godwin Sefa. The champions of tender heat on the FA Cup champions. Here is Richmond Dako. Swings in across. Abubakar's header. Brilliant save by Sabiakwa. What a Samartex.
That's just beautiful to watch. That's just world class. But Samartex are moving the ball slowly, but with so much intent, and left on mark right in the Nsoatreman.
So they're up for a date with a newly promoted side, expected to be original of the season. Afu's delivery, header goes in, and that's the opening goal. Emmanuel Mama has opened the scoring for Samartex with about 11 minutes to go. It is the lead striker, Emmanuel Mama, with a thumping header. Sabiakwa unable to have jumped into the lead. In the Timber Giants 1 and Nsoatreman 0 in the Super game.
For losing concentration. That wasn't a dangerous ball, and again right in between two in Nsoatreman. And just look at that lovely ball. Not a dangerous one, but the positioning of Isaka.
Even DU wants some kind of reaction, and here goes DU up against Sewanu. DU. Aka swings in across. Afu nearly putting the ball at the back of his own net. And Nsoatreman, the equalizer. Samartex left off the hook.
That would have been a howler, but Balakaka with that teasing ball inside. And
that's the final whistle. The champion of champions have been decided. The Premier League champions, Samartex, have beaten the FA Cup champions, and Nsoatreman by a long goal, scored by this boy, the number 20, Emmanuel Mama. And Nsoatreman players looking dejected, disappointed, and heartbroken after that Emmanuel Mama goal confirms Samartex as the true champion of champions of Ghana football. They succeed Mediama Sporting Club, who beat Dreams FC to the title of champion of champions last season. The losing finalists, and Nsoatreman will pick up their medals. Rahman came in late, he goes for his medal. Those presenting the medals include the Member of Parliament, Black Stars coaches, keepers coach, Fatal Dauda, John Pencil and Otoado. The GFA Vice President is also in attendance. They give such a good fight in Nsoatreman, but unable to clinch the ultimate against the more formidable Premier League champion Samartex. The last time they climbed onto the podium, they received a trophy and the gold medal when they won the FA Cup. But this time, times have changed and the Premier League champions have proved to them they can only be good for the finalist position and not the champions. The competition has also been perfectly organized by the GFA. Last season's Champion of Champions was exciting, well organized, and I think they've gone a step further with this one. New venue and quite impressive branding for the competition as well.
Of course, that's the icebreaker. That's what ushers you into a new season, and you know, if you're doing it, they do it right, and you know, they are setting the right tone for the commencement of the 2024-2025 season.
And the champions will take their winning medals. Richmond Darko, Owusu Boache, these guys are heroes and they'll be welcome big time back in Samurai Boy. The Timber Giants are champion of champions of Ghana football.
It's a double for them.
It is a double for them. For those players who just joined the team, the likes of Seifa, Adabu, Kushibo, they'll be thinking that they walk into the right team that will guarantee them titles.
Of course, a turnaround in fortunes for them.
Absolutely.
You know, without you just a couple of months ago, facing that relegation battle for, you know, quite some time in the league, and all of a sudden you're here climbing the podium.
You see that man giving them those hugs? He's done a great job with his team, Samartex, Edmond Aka, an experienced football administrator. He's worked his way from Asante Kotoko, he's worked at Mediama, he's been at Nzema Kotoko, he's been at the Ghana League Clubs Association. He was once a supportive leader for Asante Kotoko, and now a proud football administrator and a Premier League winning general manager with Samartex. And now he's masterminded a feat for them as the champion of champions of Ghana football. His President Richard Nsoatreman, we're proud of him, Edmond Aka.
Of course, he understands the game, and you know, sometimes that's what you need to build a dynasty. And you know, he's a refined man. Amen. You'd say that you can also attribute a part of this success, you know, to his ingenuity.
I've also seen the GFA Vice President presenting Edmond Aka's winning medal to him as general manager of the side. I've also seen the losing general manager, Eric Alaji Dede of Nsoatreman, also taking his loser's medal.
Sportsmanship at its best.
I tell you what, it's brilliant for them to be getting on to this level of understanding the game.
Yeah, of course, and that's what a game comes with. You either lose or you draw, and today they are the losing side, but you know, credit to Samartex. They've done so well. They deserve a pat at the back. Just 2 seasons in the top flight, and you know, that's a massive achievement for a team in their sophomore year in the top flight.
So, time for presentation of the trophy. The Member of Parliament for the Takwa Swayam constituency and the Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, together with the GFA Vice President Macado, is George Kuduka, and Macado handing the trophy to Ebenezer Aqua. Samartex are champion of champions of Ghana football for 2024. The glittering trophy being presented to the captain of the side, Ebenezer Aqua, the unassuming centre-back who does so great in his duties as a rear guard. Takes the trophy and walks his way to his teammates.
That's just beautiful. When raising 2 trophies in the space of 2-3 months.
Yeah, amazing feat.
Yeah, and that's how you build a winners or that winning mentality. And you know, this year one of the things we'll be looking at doing is making Summer Boy a fortress for themselves.
And look at how he's majestically walking with a trophy, taking his time, one step at a time. Ebenezer Aqua, now he steps onto the pitch. He's getting closer to his teammates. The look on his face. Excitement.
The others can't wait though.
The majestic walk from Aqua. How long is it going to take him to get to where his teammates are?
He's not in a hurry at all.
Not in a hurry.
Yeah.
He knows they're eagerly waiting for him, but he's taking all the time in the world. He's teasing them before getting to where they are, Aqua.
And that's, you know, that's Edward telling him to just wait for a while. No, don't go, just wait. But
and the guys can't wait.
They're asking him to come. Just come with a trophy. And
interesting scenes here under the lights of the TnA in Takwa, and there Aqua tries to tease his teammates as he gradually presents the trophy to all of them to be lifted up. Here they go, and Samartex are champion of champions 2024, the winners of the champion of champions of Ghana football, after beating Nsoatreman by 1-0. And all hail Samartex. Samra boy Samartex are champions. An amazing feat they've achieved in only their second season in the top flight. This group of talents have really proved their quality, but this is where the big job begins. Make a name and make an impact in the Champions League, and make a strong defense of your Premier League title. It's time for the playing body to have a feel of the trophy. It's Richmond Darko having his turn with a trophy. The goal scorer standing right beside him. An evening of exciting football, entertaining football, very competitive. Winners of the Champion of Champions 2024. That's Owusu Boachi taking his turn. The young boy Solomon AJ, great play from the young boy today. Emmanuel Mama, the goal scorer, takes his turn with a trophy. As Michael Efson, he had a great game. And Godwin Sefa came in the second half and had an instant impact. Seydou Abubakar helped in the attacking duties when he stepped in. Isaac Afo, one of the best left backs on the local scene at this moment. At the moment, we're going for post-match reactions from the two coaches.
Commiserations.
Thank you.
It was a hard-fought game, but unfortunately, your side couldn't keep their concentration level intact. What do you make of the performance of the side?
Well, I think we played against a very good side. They gave us a very good match. I think we didn't disgrace ourselves. You know, the intensity of the game was very high. We coped with it. I think in a game like this, just all you need to is to take your chances. And at the final third, I think we were not too sharp at the final third, but I saw a little bit of sharpness in the opponent than us when it comes to the final third, and that's how they punish us.
But do you think preparations and also tactics-wise made you lose it? Because we saw Rahman on the bench and he came on with just 6.
Rahman is injured. He was injured. You know, it's a big. It's a squad that I want everybody to be part of. because we're going to play the leagues, we're going to play the FA Cup, we're going to play the CAF, and you need everybody to. So I did a lot of changes in the first half. You saw the team I use in the Africa is not the same thing. I see fatigue in majority of the boys. So I had to, patch up with some of the boys. So and I thought, if you want to be part of a team that want to achieve, you should be able to be. Don't be a bench warmer. You have to show that you can be a starter. So I'm okay with what I did.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you.
Coach,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
It's just Samartex's second season in the top flight, and already you've won a double with them. Did you ever, dream of doing something historic as this with this team?
Not really. No, honestly, no. I'm delighted to have full stage performance, and I'm very happy that we have crowned the league with this victory, and we have to keep working hard. We don't have to be complacent. You need to upgrade your knowledge about the game. You need to always not be content with performance, but seek how you can lift up your players' performance and their total output during games.
You've played 3 competitive games so far before the commencement of the GPL season. You've won all. You've not even considered a single goal. Should the 17 other teams expect a much tougher and a better Samartex team this season?
I cannot really say, because preparation is going on elsewhere. You can talk about Mediama, you can talk about Kotoko Haas. Yeah, everybody is coming strongly. So I anticipate a very, very tough season.
We saw quite a number of players not playing today, the likes of Baba Kushibo and Co. You made some changes. Was it down to injury, or you just want to rest them ahead of the opening game?
Yeah,
in the
just injuries. At least Bakoyele is out for injuries. Amando is also out because of injury, and Kushibo is out for some reasons because he's a teacher, so he's gone to work on his transfer issues. And so we have to give all other players the opportunity. You just give them the platform and try to instill in them some self-belief that will keep them going.
What should we expect from Samartex in the approaching season?
It's going to be tough. I cannot promise anything, but I have to anticipate that we are now a force to reckon with, and so any match will be a grand finale for us. So we have to prepare ourselves very well, because it's not going to be easy.
Thank you very much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much also.
Congratulations, Mr. Aka.
Thank you.
I can see you've proudly worn your medal around your neck.
Yes.
But how does it feel being a part of this team that has made history, winning 2 trophies in a couple of months?
In a couple of no months. It is the great work that we are doing that I've shown today. And I'm happy to also see you today. I've been watching you and your colleagues, and you always talk about Summer Boy. And I've been saying that football is made in Summer Boy. So you and your crew need to come to Summer Boy on every match day. You've seen it for yourself. The best is yet to come.
You've done quite a lot, as part of this team. But what should Ghanaians expect from Samartex going into the new season?
Well, we have a plan, we have a project, and we are still on course. They should expect more from us. 3 days ago, we visited the office of the Forestry Commission. I told them, if this team take out Raja, then they should expect another cup, the 3rd cup after today. In fact, I promised them this cup, the Forestry Commission, that we are bringing the Super Cup to them But hey, after Raja, if my team is able to take out Raja, I don't see any team coming near Samartex.
It seems you have high expectations. Do you think that puts pressure on you yourself?
No. There's no pressure at all. I've been telling them, I said, look, no pressure. They are just like you. Any opposition, I told them, I've been telling them, they are just like you. There's no pressure in football. What we have learned is what we are going to showcase to the rest of the world. So it is not a matter of pressure. We are under no pressure. It's a work in progress. We are improving match after match. We started from 1st July. We had a couple of friendly matches, and people were saying, "Oh, they are not playing premier class." Now here we are. We play a couple of matches. We didn't make noise. We went to Togo for an international friendly before the Douala game. We played a return match. We are here today, and we know we are getting there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
And wish you all the best.
You can promise my people in Samaboy that you will be there on every match day coming next season.
Hopefully.
Can you promise them? They are watching you.
We'll do our best. Thank you very much for your time.